performing her heart out and you can't even watch.
Abby's performing for David.
Okay, David, let's go. Now,
Set.
the touchdown. Come on, David.
Shot, you're in training.
Yes, sir, Coach Parrish. No milkshake, just a glass of ice water.
Right.
Abigail.
I didn't say anything about a banana split, did I?
George. David, I'm cold.
Oh, I can fix that. There. Is that better?
Yeah.
A rare encephalitis. I haven't seen one like it in years.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a virus causing inflammation of the brain, which can lead to lethargy, muscular weakness. It creates chemical imbalance. Scar tissue develops, and we'll conduct more tests and wait.
Well, I just laughed so hard, Abby. I almost embarrassed my clothing. It's cream chicken. So, I'm down at the variety store. Chew, baby, chew. When Herbert, the manager, you remember Herbert? You went to school with him. He comes up to me. Oh, you're drooling. There. Comes up to me and asks if he can help. And I tell him we're thinking about having a Halloween party. Just the two of us. And he looks at me, kind of bug-eyed, and he says, Mrs. Foster, Abigail's been asleep for 20 years, and you're going to dress her up as a clown? So I looked at him and I said, Herbert, nobody's figured out how Abigail got this terrible thing. But there's this new theory that it's very contagious. And then I kissed him smack on the lips. Well, he turns white as a ghost. And then I say to him, you don't need a Halloween costume. You're a monster already. Oh, it started. You're uglier than I am. Oh, not too much. It's gonna be a long night.
Go ahead. Ask her, Petey.
Ask me what?
Can we see the zombie?
The what?
The zombie. Can we see the zombie?
Sure. Sure I am. I showed him. Zombie, they said. Well, I showed him a zombie. Ah!
Mama, you're getting your hopes up for nothing.
That's all I've had for 20 years. You want to take that away from me? I tell you, your sister smiled at me, Ellen. She imitated me.
Forgive me, Mama, but you were imitating her.
No, I wasn't.
Matthew, ask your father to come in here, please.
I don't need your husband in here to gang up on me.
We're not ganging up, Mama. But you have got to face reality.
Coffee's ready?
David, tell Mama.
I don't need David to tell me anything.
Well, you've got to listen to somebody.
Ellen.
I'm sorry, David, but let's be honest here. You know, this isn't the first time that she's uttered a sound or smiled or twisted her arm.
She was awake. She was there with me.
Beryl, I don't know what you saw. Involuntary reflex convulsion?
I know the difference.
Abby suffers from the same disease she's had for 20 years. It's affected her memory, her motor responses, and her consciousness. Nothing's changed.
I'll take her back to San Francisco if I have to. Or to Cedars.
Dr. Morrison at Cedars will tell you the same thing.
I want to start her on the drugs again.
Oh, Mom.
I mean it. They've made improvements in them. You told me that.
That's true, but the risk is still there.
What risk? What could be worse than that?
Mama, you tried her on the drugs 8 years ago. Do you want to live through that nightmare again? Convulsions? Irregular heartbeat? Damn near killed her.
But the drugs are more sophisticated now. We can start her on L-Dopa, switch her to bromocriptine. There have been many cases where patients have returned to a near normal life.
That's all I'm asking for.
Then you better understand the risks. She may not wake up at all. And if she does, there could be seizures, spasms of the eyes and limbs.
I saw life in her.
If she comes out of this, she would live every day with the risk of slipping back to perhaps even a deeper coma, of losing everything she's gained.
She slept through most of her life. She's trying to wake up. I have no choice. Start her on the drugs.
You could have said something, you know.
You said quite enough on your own.
I just don't want to see her go through that hell again.
Who? Your mother? Or Abby?
Why get her hopes up?
That's what life's all about, isn't it?
You're late, Matthew.
Sorry, Jack. Family crisis. I had to drop some pills off at Grandma's.
Your aunt?
Yeah. They're gonna try the medication again.
Poor Abby. What a waste, huh? Well, come on, Junior. You ready to lose?
Lose?
You can open the curtains now. What's it been, 3 weeks?
Should I increase the dosage? Try another medication.
No, we've tried the 3 of choice.
still love him. Not like the music of today. I don't see how you can stand those terrible English boys with their long, shaggy hair and... Oh, it was a long time ago, wasn't it? Oh. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, ow, ow, oh. What the hell do you want me to do? I'm tired, Abby. I'm... Oh. Oh. You need a perm. Remind me tomorrow to... Good night, baby. I don't understand. She was awake and crying.
She was crying because she fell out of bed and hurt herself.
She called me.
Beryl, I warned you that a reaction to the drug of any could be unpredictable.
Maybe it's just wishful thinking. Come on, honey. I'll take you home.
Beryl, for what it's worth, I believe you. I think she did call your name. I think she was awake.
Mama, I'll get that. Why don't you go on down? Make some coffee or tea or something. I'll be down in a minute. Abby, Mama's tired. She keeps waiting for something to happen. Nothing's going to happen, is it, Abby? I don't think Mama knows what she feels anymore. But... what the hell are you looking at? What do you see? Abby, listen to me. For God's sake. If you can't come back, leave us. I'm sorry. But I have a life too, you know.
People stay out of my room. It's not right. It's just not right. Can't find anything. What's all this stuff in here? Oh. It's Ellen. She took it. She's always taking my things. I know she took it. I know what I'll do. I'll get a keep out sign and I'll put it on my door. That's what I'll do. Mama?
Abby?
Mama, Ellen's been in here again. Now, it's not fair. You're going to have to talk to her. I don't go into her room, do I? I respect her privacy, don't I? I mean, really, is it too much to ask that...
Abby. Abby?
I mean, when you put something away, you expect to find it where you put it. That's why you put it there in the first place. Ow! Oh, damn! Oh, sorry, Mama.
Honey, what are you looking for?
What is it? My book. My phone book. I call Lily 5 times a day, and I can't remember her number. It's Ellen. Did she have to call my friends? Doesn't she have friends of her own? Mama, what's happening, Mama? Mama, what's happening?
Hold on to me tight. Hold on. Hold on.
I'm scared, Mama. I'm scared.
Hold on, baby.
Abigail? Abigail? Can you hear me?
There's no light in the closet.
Abigail, look at me.
There's no light in there.
It's all right, Abby. The closet door is open. I wish I could tell you it was going to be easy.
Just tell me she's come back.
Well, let's just say that she's not where she's been for the last 20 years.
What does that mean?
You've got a child, a woman, and an invalid on your hands. There are times she's going to be just fine. She'll know where she is, who she's talking to. But sometimes she won't be able to control her body, her thoughts. It's going to be 2 steps forward, 1 step backward.
But she will be all right. I mean,
I don't know. It's possible Abigail can come out of this and leave a normal, productive life. Some people have. Other people don't. What you saw up there was her 17-year-old daughter. Right now, I don't know where she is. I can increase the dosage of L-Dopa.
Why do they have to call it that?
I didn't name it, I just dispense it. Now listen to me.
I haven't heard her talk for 20 years.
Beryl, it's going to be a tough adjustment for both of you. She needs time and no pressure.
Do I tell her that she can slip back into that sleep again?
In time, you should tell her. Yes.
Oh, I can't.
Be prepared for the worst.
I've lived the worst.
I don't think so. And for the time being, keep her away from the rest of the family. Keep Ellen, David, and Matthew informed, of course, but keep them away from her.
How can I?
Abby is still 17 years old. Let her adjust to her reality before she has to adjust to ours. An emotional crisis, stress, can send her right back where she was. No family, no surprises. Not yet.
She's awake.
You're doing just fine. It just takes a little practice.
She's my sister, Mama. I have a right to see her.
You've got to stay away, all of you.
Why?
What the hell do you think would happen if she came face to face with you and David and your son?
Look, Mom, I just want to help.
Please. That's progress, isn't it?
Some.
How do you feel? Abby, please try to tell me how you feel. A single word. Please. I know it's hard to try to talk, but try. Anything. Please.
Who are you?
She's singing.
What?
She's up in her room singing. Come and see.
David.
cheap.
Yeah.
Everything in there. We should go.
I have to wait till graduation. Okay, okay.
Meet me for lunch? Right.
Enchiladas. You can have mine.
What do you think
That's
you're
what I love
doing?
about you. Your leftovers.
Don't do that.
Hey, look over there. What's going on?
What is it, a joke or something? This is my locker. Well, it can't be. I've had this locker for 2 years.
Listen, lady, I'm gonna call security. This is my locker.
Hey. Leave her alone.
David,
David? I gotta get out of here.
David? David? David?
Abigail?
Mr. Parrish?
Oh, here she is now. Thanks so much. Where have you been? I've been worried sick. Abby. Abby, what is it?
How long have I been asleep, Mama?
Come on downstairs and have some
How
hot...
long? A month? A year? How long?
The important thing is you're better now. You're making improvement all the time. Now come on down and have some hot chocolate.
Mama? Where are my posters? My school books? Where are my clothes?
Abby.
What happened to you, Mama? Your hair was never gray.
Well, I just quit dyeing it. The look is natural nowadays.
Why doesn't Ellen live here anymore?
Ellen's married now.
Married? Well, but she's just a little... Mama, how could you let her get married?
Well, I couldn't very well stop her. She's old enough to make her own decisions.
How old?
She was 19.
But, I'm not 19.
Abby, there's something you've got to know. You'll find out anyway. David Do you remember David?
Well, of course I remember David. Where is David? Oh, my God, I've got to call him.
Abby, stop it. Listen. David, Ellen and David are married.
But David loves me, Mama.
They have a son, Matthew.
How could she do that? I love David, Mama. She knows I love David. How could you let her do that?
Darling, David waited so long.
How long?
He'd stop by every day, sit with you, hold your hand, cut classes, played records.
Where was I, Mama? Where was I? When you changed my room. When you gave away my things. Mama, where was I?
Baby.
No! I'm not a baby! Where was I when I grew old? I was 17. I was beautiful, wasn't I?
Like a doll.
How long?
20 years.
Oh, my God. I missed it all, didn't I? Mama. David and Ellen, how long have they been married, Mama?
3 years after you...
Damn it to hell. It's not fair.
I know, baby.
I know, baby. Leave me alone, Mama, please. Please.
Abby.
Please, Mama. Leave me alone.
She won't come out of her room. She's depressed. Afraid?
Hey, Mom? Mom? Did you see my Letterman's jacket?
It's at the cleaners.
The cleaners?
It needed it.
Well, I gotta have it for tomorrow. Jennifer wants it.
Your jacket?
Yeah, well, we're kind of... Didn't you ever give your jacket to anybody?
Sure he did. To Abby. Remember?
Do you mind?
How did you do that?
Have a nice day.
banana split.
Hey, yo, over here! Miss Foster, hey, Abigail! Miss Foster, hey! Come here! KCPY TV! Miss Foster, Abigail, over here! Let's hit it! Miss Foster! KCPY TV.
What?
KCPY TV.
What are you doing?
4 o'clock news. John Derry, don't worry.
What?
Right over here. You rolling? Rolling? Come on, let's go. Come on, over here. Miss Foster, 20 years ago you fell into a deep sleep. Now by some miracle you've awakened. How do you explain it?
I can't explain it. I mean, everything just stopped.
But now it's 1985, and you've lost 20 years of your life. How does that feel?
Oh, please, I can't,
What did the doctors say, Abigail? What's the prognosis?
prognosis is good.
What changes have you noticed, Abby?
Well, everything seems smaller. And louder.
Abigail, do you still feel part of the past?
Turn
Wish
it
you
off,
could go
Matt.
back?
I wish I'd never gone to sleep.
She's nothing but a freak to them. I'm going to bed.
Homework.
Alan?
Abby. Oh, Abby.
Hello, Abby.
Hello, David.
Matthew will be down in a minute.
Oh, yeah. Yes, Matthew. Mama told me. You look terrific. Not what I expected, but terrific. Oh. We used to fight. I'm sorry.
Abby, that was 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah, I know. I know. It'll never happen again, I promise.
Hi.
Matthew? Come here. we bumped into each other at school, didn't we?
Yeah. I didn't know what to do. I'm sorry.
My God. You even sound like him. Ronald Reagan is president?
That's right. What?
I like Ronald Reagan. Well, I do.
Oh, do you remember Pajama Day?
Sure.
Do you still have Pajama Day?
No.
No? You don't have, how could you not have Pajama Day? I showed up in the tops, and David showed up in the bottoms.
Just the tops.
Uh-huh. Well, we nearly got expelled. Remember? Mr. Parrish almost kicked you off the team.
Jack?
Mr. Parrish. Oh, Jack.
Jack.
Oh, well, I never knew his first name.
It's Jack.
Oh, well, I bumped into him the other day, too. You know, he doesn't look bad for a man his age.
He's only 4 years older than I am.
But he was a teacher.
He's right out of college. He just seemed old to us.
Jeepers. 20 years in the same school. There must be something the matter with him.
I'll be sure and tell him.
You still see him?
Listen, I was his boy wonder. Now, Matt's his boy wonder.
Matthew, you should have seen David quarterback against the Blue Devils. He made 3 touchdowns.
She's certainly having a wonderful time.
Well, what did you expect?
A little sensitivity on her part wouldn't hurt.
Ellen, sometimes she's still 17 years old. You remember how you were at that age?
No. And now I remember how she was and why I couldn't stand her. David is my husband.
She knows that.
She had everything. She always had everything. Well, David is mine.
Everything. Your sister had everything? Well, if she did, she lost it all.
I know. It's just that it all comes back. I think David still...
Quarterback.
Yeah, he's better than I was.
Hey, you got that right.
Hey, he's already applied for a scholarship. USC.
Well, that's wonderful. Did you go there? You wanted to.
No. Fresno State.
But why? You were the best.
Well, in this town, maybe, but 20 miles outside of here, they never heard of me.
Oh, David, I'm sorry.
Well, sometimes things just don't turn out the way you planned, you know?
I don't know what you do.
Personnel, electronics. They say I have a way with people. It's a job. I think I'll walk Abby home.
David.
Listen, I think it'd be a good idea for both of us. Trust me. How about it, Abby? Want to go for a walk?
Really? Well, it's apt to be a slow one, but I'm game if you are. Ellen, is that all right with you?
Sure. Fine. It's cold out there, Abby.
Oh, now, Mama, I have on your old horse blanket.
I'll get my coat.
A lot has changed in this town.
It happens, Abby.
Well, you haven't changed that much. Not on the outside, anyway. David, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
About what?
You. I love you as much as I did yesterday, 20 years ago.
Abby, I'm married. I have a son.
David, all the time we spent together, those nights by the lake, they were last night for me, David.
Abby, listen to me. The lake isn't last night. It's a lifetime ago. Between then and now are 20 years of dreams and disappointments, of fights and 9-to-5 jobs. I'm not a hero anymore.
I still love you. When Mama told me that you and Ellen were married, my first reaction was, I'll kill her. I'll get him back. I'll do anything I can. Everything was taken away from me. My youth, my future, you. Now, how the hell can I fight back? I can't. Everything I had is gone, and there's not a damn thing I can do about it. But I wasn't prepared for seeing you. It hurts too much.
It hurts me, too. But you've got to know, Abby, I love Ellen. Even with all our problems, I love her.
But you love me, too, still. Don't you? David. Did we ever?
No. We didn't.
Are you sorry about that? I am too. David, would you kiss me?
Abby,
Please.
you're gonna have to deal with her sometime.
I'm scared.
Of what?
Make love to me.
Abby?
Mr. Parrish? Is Matthew as good as David?
He's pretty good. So you don't have to call me Mr. Parrish anymore. It's Jack.
Oh, okay.
Nice to have you back at school.
Well, you're still here.
Yeah, well, you and I have a lot in common. I never grew up either.
Do you really remember me?
I must admit that I do.
Why? Because you stayed friends with David?
Well, I always thought you were sort of cute, but you were too young for me.
Oh? Who said so?
The law.
It's hard coming back.
Sometimes it's hard just sticking around.
Family?
Divorced. You?
Oh, sure.
Well, I was just checking. In case, some night I wanted to, invite you to dinner. Excuse me.
Honey, you'll be late. Honey, you'll be late. Oh, you do look nice, Abby.
I don't want to go to Lily's party, Mama.
What are you saying? She's your best friend.
What am I supposed to talk about?
Well, it's no different than if you'd moved away after graduation and you're coming back for your 20th reunion.
You know better than that.
Do you want to disappoint them?
No. That's why I want to stay home.
Oh, get your coat on. I'll drop you off. Abby!
Oh, my God, Lily. It is you. Older and wiser. Oh, God, you look gorgeous. Come on, everybody's waiting. Not bad, huh? Oh, no. I can't wait for everybody to meet you. Everybody! Everybody! Living proof there is a Santa Claus. Arthur, get Abby some eggnog, huh? Oh, no liquor. I'm on medication, you know. Make it a virgin.
Coming right up.
Come meet everybody.
Hi, Abby. I'll bet you don't remember me. I used to sit behind you in algebra.
Of course she remembers Fred. Don't you, Abby? Yes, of course. Hi, Fred.
You look wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I'll see you in a while.
Don't worry. Nobody remembers Fred. Okay, everybody, the walking, talking miracle girl. Do you remember Susan? Oh, John.
Hi, Abby. How you doing?
Hi, John. Phyllis.
Nice to see you.
Diane. Sure, you remember George. So hi, George.
Hey, great to see you.
Yeah.
And here we go, one eggnog.
Oh, and thanks. My husband, Arthur. You married Arthur?
Well,
I mean, of course you married Arthur. Why, that's nice.
it's good to see you, Abby.
What the hell was that all about? God, I'm sorry, Lily, but you hated Arthur. Oh, well, he kind of grew on me. You're happy? Sure, of course. I mean, all you have to do is look around you to see how lucky you are. Is that how you decide if you're happy? By looking around you? Don't be judgmental, Abby. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be. It's just that Lily, what do you see when you look around you? Abby, you're going to have to learn that not everything turns out the way you want it to. I learned that the hard way, Lily. No. The hard way is living through it. I'm sorry. We were so close. I wonder if we'd still be friends if... Sure.
I look at you and I see you running after Wally when he poured milk in your shoe at lunch. I see all the silly times. What do you see when you look at me? What's happened to everyone?
Life.
Lily says that she is as happy as can be expected. She kind of loves Arthur. Arthur kind of loves her. Damn it. She was going to go to Paris to paint.
Kids' dreams.
I had dreams too, Jack. Are you telling me that if I'd lived, none of them would have come true?
I've watched a generation of kids grow up, Abby. Some of them reach their peak when they're 18 and wind up living in a trailer park in Fresno. You do the best with what you have.
Have you?
Why? Am I a disappointment, too?
None of us could ever understand what kind of person would want to spend his whole life here.
Yeah, my wife felt the same way. So I took a coaching job in Chicago to save the marriage. Challenge, you know, moving up. Well, the marriage failed. And in my wife's eyes, so did I. Because all I ever wanted to do was teach kids to speak properly, play the game fairly, respect the kid next to them. Funny, I always thought if I did that, I'd be a real success. And here you are, 20 years later, telling me that I'm a failure.
John Lennon? Excuse me.
Mother, Mother. What is it, honey? Will you do something about Abigail, please? She's ruining everything.
What's the problem?
Excuse me.
Well, anyway, Lily and I were having this slumber party at my house, kind of like this. Let's see, who was there? Carol? Oh, no. Carol was on our out list. Something about taking Conrad away from Helen. And oh, Lily, do you remember Carol, what's-her-face, and Conrad? Remember?
Why don't you come downstairs now?
Sit. I'm telling a story here.
Abby, the party is downstairs.
No, please, I don't want to go down there. I don't belong down there.
Abby.
I don't fit in anymore.
Come on, Abby.
Where?
Come on. Come with me. It's all right.
What a geek.
We were young once, too, you know.
I didn't know what anyone was talking about.
I know.
I don't even know who most of them were. I'm damn near 40 years old. Never had a job, never graduated from high school. I'm still trying to lead Cheers. What the hell do I do now? what I found.
I thought you went to church with the others.
Nope.
Oh,
It's all right. We can mend it.
can we?
One lump or two, Miss Abigail?
4, please.
That's right. I forgot. When did we stop playing together, Abby?
I don't remember.
Why did we stop?
Because you didn't like me.
I didn't steal David from you.
I didn't say you did.
Do you think if there was any hope that you would wake up, that we ever would have married?
I don't know.
You always did everything better than I did. You were taller, prettier. You had more friends. I never could do anything as well as you.
Well, you certainly got the last laugh, didn't you?
I got your husband. It took him a long time to love me. But he's made me happy. I'm scared to death of losing him.
I'm not going to take him away from you.
I have been so jealous of you. Everything I ever wanted. David. Mama's love. Everything that's me belonged to you first.
Sometimes I could see. You held me sometimes. Sometimes you cried. I know you did. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you had to go through all that. If I could have, I would have told you to stop crying. This is what you've been jealous of? I'll trade places with you.
Oh, Abby.
Oh, Miss Abigail! Abby? Oh, Miss Abigail!
Jack, what are you yelling at?
Vacation's over, kid. Come on, time to hit the books.
What?
Come on, we're gonna be late. What's the matter? You never had a guy pick you up for school before?
Where are you going? I haven't the vaguest idea.
Welcome to the world.
What am I supposed to do here?
I've arranged permission for you to come here 5 days a week. 2 nights a week, I'll quiz you.
What?
By the end of the semester, you'll have your high school equivalency.
You're sending me back to high school?
And then on to college, where you'll become a Nobel Prize-winning biochemist specializing in genetic dysfunction.
What?
Meet you for lunch.
pictures are great, aren't they? I'm through with 75. Can I have 76, please?
Well, it needs a conclusion, but it's good.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
All right, the fun's over. Algebra.
Algebra. I hate algebra. I've always hated algebra.
How are you going to win a Nobel Prize if you don't know your algebra?
Do they give a prize to teachers?
To what?
Teachers. I'm going to be a teacher. You're a teacher. What's wrong with that?
It's just a stage. You'll get over it.
For 3 months, you've been going over to Jack's to study. You can't study here?
I like going over to Jack's.
I see.
Mama, all we do is study.
Well, then you could study here, couldn't you?
We're not doing anything.
Well, then don't do it here. I don't see much of you anymore.
I think you'd be sick of the sight of me.
Don't ever say that.
Mama, I'm a grown woman. Almost. Now, I'm not going anywhere.
Well, I'll tell you this. If I liked a guy, I'd ask him out before waiting around for him to ask me out first. Oh, what's funny?
Well, when I was in high school, if we had a crush on a guy, we wouldn't dream of asking him out.
What did you do?
I was lucky. I had someone. But let's face it, you have the same thing on your minds as we did.
Yeah, sex. Nothing's changed.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, yesterday, I was ready to graduate from high school, get married, raise a family. Bang, 20 years later, Sally Ride is an astronaut, Geraldine Ferraro's running for vice president. Makes you think you can do almost anything, even get through algebra.
That's it, sports fans.
See you, Coach.
Bye-bye.
What are you doing Saturday?
Not bad, Abby. Not bad. Come on.
Everything's so different. Jack, can we go to the movies?
Whatever you want.
Are you ready for me, Ralph?
Whatever happened to Gidget?
She moved to Hawaii. Was never heard from again.
Oh,
What do you think?
fantastic.
How's the essay coming?
Huh? Oh, it's fine. I'm hungry.
Is that your topic, or are you trying to tell me
No,
something?
I'm going to major in hungry.
That's more like it.
Ain't it the truth? Don't take me home.
Coffee?
Jack,
I got some meatloaf left over.
Jack, please don't make me ask. I don't know how to do that. I don't even know if you like me like that.
I like you. Like that. Abby, I'm just a small-town man. I like playing softball on spring evenings. I like sitting under a tree I've watched grow for 20 years. You might find that boring.
I like the trees around here. Parrish?
Miss Foster.
Take your pills?
Yes, Mama.
Look at me when I'm talking to you, young lady.
I took my pills, I made my bed, and I brushed my teeth.
Never mind, I'm sorry I asked.
Mama, what's the matter?
Nothing. Wouldn't want to take up your time with my petty problems.
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble, aren't I?
Who said anything about trouble?
Oh, I remember. If I came home late from a date or left my room a mess, that's when your petty problems would show up. Now, what's the problem?
I've missed you. Does that come as a surprise? For 20 years, I sat by your bed, held your hand, fed you, changed your diapers.
Mama.
Now all I see is the top of your head. You're either buried in a book or off, tucked away in Jack's bed.
Mama, I'm sorry. I don't mean to ignore you. It's just that this is very important.
You don't need a high school diploma. You've got everything you need right here. I've provided very well for you. Thank you very much.
You mean the way Daddy provided for you when he died so you could sit around and waste your life?
I wasted my life on yours.
Sorry, I deserve that.
I had obligations.
So do I. I love those kids. I can learn from them, and they can learn from me. Now, I want that teaching certificate, and I want that degree.
That's Jack Parrish talking, not you.
It is me. Every day, I learn more about me. And it's not all bad. Now, I love you, Mama, and I'm very, very grateful to be alive, but I cannot sit still for you.
Don't forget to take your pills.
The divisions between the right to life and the freedom of choice movements transcend political and moral considerations.
Go on.
Although one enhances a religious imperative, I like that word, Where once religion and morality were considered synonymous.
That's good. I think you're on the right track. Go on. Abby? Abby.
In this heated debate, morality and religion seem contradictory.
I think that's about enough for tonight.
Jack, I have 3 weeks before this exam.
You'll be fine, I promise you.
Come on.
Come on now. Come on, just relax.
Oh, that feels nice.
Thank you for the croissant.
This is my first prom.
This is my 20th.
Chaperone doesn't count.
No, what do you think you are?
Depending on how I did on my exam, a graduate. You know what I'd like to do right now?
You know, there are a lot of colleges within 50 miles of here. You could commute very easily.
Good.
You could live right here,
Good.
get your teaching certificate, stay here, and marry me.
Good. What?
Marry me.
You can't.
I thought you'd be happy.
Is he going to be able to take care of you?
Well, I don't need him to take care of me. I'm a grown woman.
For God's sake, love each other all you want, but don't make any commitments you may not be able to keep.
You're jealous. You just want to hang on to me for the rest of my life. Mama, I'm not going to abandon you. It's just that I need something more.
I am trying to protect you, baby.
From what?
Nobody knows what's going to happen. You've done very well indeed. But
what?
Suppose you should get sick again. Will he know what to do?
Sick? Again? You lied to me. You never told me. You let me think I was cured.
What was I supposed to say, Abby? Don't go to sleep? Any minute you could close your eyes and never wake up again? I couldn't say that.
You should have let me sleep, Mama.
I couldn't.
I wish I was dead. I should have died 20 years ago.
Don't ever say that! Any lies was...
Stop it! Haven't you heard? Never wake someone when they're sleepwalking. The shock might kill them.
Jack called again. He stopped by this morning. I told him you didn't want to see him.
Mrs. Foster, I'd like to see Abby.
I told you, Jack. She won't see you.
You want to bet? Excuse me.
It won't do any good.
Abigail! Open the damn door. Abigail, you got till the count of 5. 1, 2. What the hell? Gee, I always wanted to do that. I'll fix the door. Just a doorknob. Well, I wasn't going to stand out there all night.
Wasn't locked.
Oh.
Now leave me alone.
Nope.
You think this is funny?
Childish. You are much too old to be locking yourself in your room.
Well, you're too old to be kicking in doors. Now get out.
Yeah, well, sometimes you have to act like a kid just to get along. Nothing wrong with that. So, you spent 20 years in this room, Abby. You gonna spend the rest of your life in here?
The rest of what life?
Ours. That's what we're talking about here. Life is going on outside, Abby. You're missing a lot.
I missed it before.
Matt did well on his SATs.
Well, good for him. Now he has his whole life ahead of him, doesn't he? Scholarship, USC, grad school, marriage, kids, president.
Maybe, maybe not. Kids plan for futures that sometimes don't pan out. What, you think you're different from Matt, from any of us? We all take one breath at a time, and we hope there's another one to follow.
At least he can plan.
So can you.
I've got a death warrant over my head.
We all do. What the hell makes you so special? Listen, Abigail, I love what I do. And I hope when my time comes, they have to drag me out of here kicking and screaming. I want it to last forever. And I know it won't. But while it does, I'm going to live every second of it. You can, too.
What do we do if tomorrow or a week from now I just don't wake up in the morning?
The big question is, what do we do if we go on for another 40 years? That's a lot of nights together, kid, trying to think of something new.
I won't take that chance.
We'll see. I'm not going to give up, Abby. You're awake. And I'm going to tell you that every single day until you can say it for yourself. Your sleep ended. You're awake. Abigail. You're awake.
Don't trouble Mama, please.
You've never been any real trouble to me. I love being able to do things for you. And I want to be able to do things for you again. That's all I've wanted. Really, it's all I've ever wanted.
I have to do for myself. Mama, I have to do for myself.
Then do it. And I'll help you as much or as little as you want. I just want you to be well and happy. Somewhere, Abby, I made you the center of my life. I just assumed that you'd be with me for the rest of your life. You kept me from being alone. I was wrong.
I know, Mama. I know. Please, don't cry. You stay here. I'll get it. It's okay. Yes? What do you want?
Can we see the zombie?
The what?
He says, can we see the zombie?
No. She's gone. I'm awake.
Our only limitation is our own perception of our own abilities. Every step we take is a new opportunity to move in another direction. For all our lives, we've been told which way to turn, to look in both directions before crossing. Well, I've got news for you. I can hardly wait to go bump in the night.
Most of you have spent 4 years earning your diplomas. Well, it's taken 20 years to earn this one. And my guess is it's just the beginning. It is with great pride that I welcome Miss Abigail Foster to the class of 1985. Abby?